Hello guys, welcome back to another video. We are working on the cheap BMW E90 3 Series again today, and we are going to be installing some wheel spacers. Now, why are we installing some wheel spacers? Well, because I decided to swap the M Sport wheels from my BMW 1 Series over to the 3 Series because I wanted the wheels off the 3 Series on my 1 Series, and they kind of don't look right as they are. In my opinion, they are too far inside of the wheel arches, and they could just do with coming out a slight bit. So I do have some spacers. I have some 20mm spacers for the rear and some 15mm spacers for the front. Now, these are the spacers right here. So these are the 20mm ones, these are the 15mm ones. Now, they are hub centric spacers. Whenever you are installing wheel spacers, you want to make sure they are hub centric ones, so they are not likely going to fall off, or your wheel's not likely going to fall off, and it actually has something to attach onto. Now, as you can see, these are used wheel spacers. They were given to me by my good neighbour Matt, who lives down the road. So Matt, if you are watching this, a big thank you to you. But yeah, they should do the job quite nicely. We also have a brand new set of elongated wheel bolts. Now, these are good quality 10.9 rated bolts. You know, they are the proper stuff. So I think they have a much longer thread, like 45mm thread. So yeah, they should do us quite nicely as well. But yeah, nothing else to say. Let's just get outside and let's get cracking. Okay, so as you can see, I already have the car up in the air and the wheels are removed, and that is because I got the tyres swapped over. So the tyres that were on the BMW 1 Series are now on these wheels, which are obviously going on the 3 Series. Now, these are run flat tyres because the E90 does not have a spare from factory, but they are decent tyres, the Bridgestone tyres, and they do have a good 4 to 5mm of tread, so they should be fine. Now, I think what I'm going to do is give the brakes a bit of a clean up. Now, I thought these were, you know, pretty worn, but they do actually have a decent amount of pad left on them, and the discs themselves, the rears at least, don't even have a lip on, or not a noticeable lip anyway. So I think I'm just going to give these a clean up and then put some copper grease in here just to stop the wheel from seizing on. I did have a bit of a difficult job getting the last set of wheels off, so yeah, I'm not going to have that problem again. I'm going to give this a good coating of copper grease, and yeah, just make things look a little bit nicer. And there we are then, that's pretty much as far as I want to go with the brakes. Now, I will be paying some attention to the caliper. I'll probably disassemble it and apply the slider bolts with some red rubber grease, but I'll do that as part of the full service video. I like to do that as part of the service. But yeah, for now we just need to apply some copper grease to the mating surface for the spacer, and then we can get the spacer installed. Okay, so I'm just going to get a small dab of copper grease and just apply it all the way around. Don't want to be too shy with it. And then just a very thin layer on the face of the disc itself. It just means that if ever you need to remove these spacers, that you can do so with ease. They won't become seized to the brake disc. Okay, that should do us for that. Now, if we get our spacer itself, of course, just line it up with the holes. Should stay in place. And again, I'm just going to apply a small amount of copper grease to the spacer, just so the wheel doesn't become seized to the spacer. Honestly, that should do us for that. Don't need to go too crazy. Okay, so it's now time to install the wheel. Let's make sure these are centered first, these center caps. That'll do it. Get our nice new shiny bolt ready. So these bolts are long enough. They should be. I think they're like a good 20 millimeters longer than the standard ones. And I can already see that these wheels are sitting much better now. Okay then, so let's move on to doing one of the fronts now. And again, just going to give it a bit of a clean up first. And I would say these discs and pads have not got much mileage on at all, because yeah, there's no lip on the disc and plenty of meat left on the pads as well. Okay, that's as far as I want to go with just making things look a little bit nicer. Let's just give this a coat of some copper grease. And again, we'll do the same to the spacer. We are plenty on there, and line it up. There we go. And again, we can go ahead and install the wheel. And with this side now done, I've also done the exact same on the other side, and I can tell that these wheels are looking much better in the arches now. Again, just 15mm spacers on the front with new wheel bolts, of course, and 20mm spacers on the rear with new wheel bolts, of course. Okay then, it's time to get this thing back on the ground, and let's take a look at the final result. Yeah, those wheels honestly look perfect on there now. Fitment is great. And to be honest, I actually do think they really suit the car. I know they're for the BMW 1 Series, but I think they actually go quite nicely on this. Okay then guys, so there we go, another job done on the cheap BMW E93 Series. I think you would agree the wheels look pretty smart on there now, to be honest. And yeah, all we've had to do is install new wheel spacers and new bolts, and yeah, that's pretty much us, job done for the day. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Please give this video a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you have not already done so, and I'll see you all in that next one. Peace!